Hello everyone! I have another update for the miniature Japanese Ryokan, the Hotspring Hotel DIY CuteBee kit that I've been working on. I've got my first large piece finished, as you can see here. So this is what the finished product will look like at the very end of this project. And the piece I'm showing you today is this one over here on the left. So it's the kind of, I guess you could call it a gazebo with the game board in there, the Go game board, a little plant and a little shelf, and then these light or lanterns on the outside. So you can see that in the booklet a little better here. So this is what the outside looks like, and this is what the inside pieces will be. So let me show you that process. So start with some boards and some paper pieces that glued down, pegs for the feet at the bottom. You glue those two boards on each other in a nice layer there. And then you start the framework. So this was a little bit tricky because they're on paper, and I've had problems in the past where I glued things on paper and then needed to make adjustments. So you kind of have to assemble it all together when the glue is dry, so you can make those adjustments without having to rip them off and damage the paper because something wasn't lined up right. So you do the framework here, adding these kind of I guess you could call them decorative panel pieces here, and the front and on the right side, and so on. So then you do the fence at the end. So you can do this first framework, let it dry, and then do the fence a little later. The back side is open because it will be against a wall. You can see here the wall, so they didn't bother with any decorative panels on that back side. Next will be the roof coming up soon with a light inside, and even one light on the lanterns outside will also light up. I went ahead and did the steps going up into it as well because I was gluing all the precarious pieces together and decided to do that one as well. And eventually I will glue the pieces into it. They want you to finish the roof before doing that, but I think I'll change the order there, gluing those pieces down before I put that roof on. But let me show you it close up. Let's set this aside, and here we go. So you can see how I assembled it. Now this back piece particularly was tricky because it's not resting on anything. So I had to make sure the glue was slightly tacky and drying and sticky for when I put that there to keep it from just falling. So it's a little tricky. You can see this little piece here that has a cut in it. That will be the wires for the lights. We'll thread down through there and attach to a battery pack somewhere in the piece when it's finished. And you can see the stairs were also a little tricky because they have nothing to support them. So I had to just glue one piece, propping it up, and then the other piece, hoping I judged the distance pretty well. So I had to kind of make sure this one's a little wet when I attached these in the middle so that I could squeeze them together and make it the right distance. So these pieces, I was able to put something under the bottom step while it dried, but this one, again, just like this other technique, I had to make the glue very tacky, kind of stick it in there and hold it and try to get it to dry quick enough. All right. Well, that's all for you today. I'm excited that it's starting to get to the meat and potatoes of the project, the kind of base parts that all the little pieces are going to go into. But there are still some more small pieces that need to go together. As we go on, I'll post videos of that. So please follow me on my journey, like, subscribe, leave a comment, something like that. I really appreciate it. And as always, have a lovely day. Thank you.